Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, I should say, for the other half of the country, and welcome to Gigantic Sunday. So glad you could be with us here today. Boy, oh boy, it is game two, round number two of the Western Conference semifinals between the Sioux City Musketeers and the Fargo Force. Welcome, everybody, to the broadcast booth. I'm Ronnie Vadine with you all here this evening. Well, it was rough last night for Sioux City. I think that would be the best way to put it. I mean, they just couldn't. They didn't play well. They just didn't get any offense going. Everything that could have possibly gone wrong did go wrong for Sioux City last night. And unfortunately, it led to it being a 4-1 game in favor of Fargo. Now, Sioux City, there were some bright spots, probably the brightest spot of them all. That last probably 10 minutes of the game was really good. They played really well, but they got to do that for a full 60 minutes. And not only that, too, I'm sure whatever happened to Pavel Martinu, we don't know what happened, but he went down early and did not return to the game. So, Sioux City, they haven't posted their line chart yet, but
It's ago they had Friday if necessary. If it's necessary.
But yeah, we don't know. So we are just going to have to see on that front. I guess. Well, no, we can just do this.
In Fargo.
No, Martinu is out. So Curtis said it was like a lower body type of thing. So, which is gonna suck if he's out for a while. So, because he's had some key moments and some Musketeer victories here. And as Coach Kersner said, it's got to be a full team effort. It can't be a few guys. It has to be everybody if they're going to win this evening. So the Muskies have just got to bring it. That's all I'm going to say. And if they bring it today, and they've played well in Fargo in the regular season, they got 3 out of 4. Granted, one was in a shootout, but still, I mean, those other two were 5-1 dominating victories, and they can. So clearly, they've shown they can beat this team in their own barn. Fargo, it's one of the hardest places to play in the league, but don't get me wrong. But, the Muskies have shown they can bring it. So if they bring it here today, I think it's going to be a good result. So, yeah, we'll take a break. Puck drop coming up right after this in 1 minute right here on RVN. Stay tuned.
I'd like to introduce you to the new Subaru Messages division. But unlike the Honda Civic, we don't have one. So there's less trouble starting in weather cold conditions. We eliminated the problem by eliminating.
From beginnings to finish lines, from rehab to performance, from first steps to giant leaps, you are strong. It's Meriton, your teammate in life, your partner in health.
I don't know how you do it. I've put together some really impressive deals. But this thing you pulled off, it's amazing. A big and tasty for just $1? How do you do it? What's your secret?
Got it, Brock. You're in luck. Because you can get a delicious beefy big and tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.
Welcome back, everybody. We are they just got started. They just got done with the national anthem. Starting lineup for Fargo here leaves Luke McNamara, Nate Delladonna, Gavin Olenkamp, Stepan Cherney, and Garrett Lindbergh. The starter, once again, will be AJ White. Played pretty darn good last night, as far as I'm concerned. 1-0-0, 1 goals against, and a .968 save percentage. It will be Ryder Shea getting the start today for Sioux City, at least goaltending wise. So here we go. I think we're ready to go. I don't know about you all at home, but Gavin Gary will take the draw with Nate Deladonna, and we're off and underway. Gavin Gary wins it. Now Kyle O'Leary dumps it back behind the net of AJ White. White sends it around the other way towards the blue line. That one kept in wide of White. Taking up the right side, Olenkamp. Here's Olenkamp. Nice moves. Olenkamp shot just bounced a lot wide, I should say, of whatever his name is. Ryder Shea. That's definitely his name, Ryder Shea. Yes. Taking there, Stepan Cherney. Cherney dumps it in. Olenkamp sends it back behind the net. A lot of Musketeers fans there, but a lot of empty seats in the arena, so that's good. Hopefully it'll be a lot louder. Here's Tomko with this one. Tomko chopping it out towards center ice, but chasing after it there will be Cullen McCrate. McCrate, he had a good game last night, I guess you could say. 1 goal. So he didn't do all that great. Graham Jones with this one up the left side. Here's Jones, sends it out for McCrate, and McCrate will dump it back in behind the net, taking there Mason West. He should stick to football, but that's just me. Better at that than he is at hockey, that's for sure.
Number 1 in the USHL.
Yeah, that's the thing. Fargo, number 1 in possession time. I don't know where they keep track of that stat. I've tried to find it anywhere I can, but I cannot find it. So. Because I think it would be interesting to take a look at all those kind of more in-depth stats. Because you can find it easily for the NHL stuff, but anyway, Lions down there in the corner. Lions now with Schultz. Take it back the other way. Luke Gary towards center. He's got Jeffress here. He tosses it off to Jeffress. Pass across wet wide from Ashton Schultz. And then Zach Zimmerman went flying into the board. Zimmerman chops it out there. Bryce Mattern off the boards and down ice. Shane Gould takes this one. Gould feeds it on over to Derek Olsen. Olsen sends it up the left side. Deflected into the hands of AJ White, and he'll cover that one up. Ace off to his left.
17 minutes, 40 seconds to play. Period number 1. There's no score in this hockey game on the RP.
No score, no shots. Sioux City actually has 2. So I like that. Face-off will come to the left of AJ White. Gavin Gary will take the draw with, well, who really cares, from Fargo. McCrate wins the draw, plays it off the boards. Gavin Gary takes this one now. Vatne picked up Sagarin. Gould popped up into the air. Here's Saxon Test. Takes a shot, went wide. Rebound on an odd angle from Sagarin, went wide again. McCrate with this one back behind the net. There's Shane Gould. Now for Marchenko. Down low, Saxton Tess in the corner. Tess feeds it back in behind the net. McCrate, toss out in front. Shot popped up into the air. Batted down. Gavin Gary takes this one now by Saxon Tess. I'll take this one. Tess sends it off the boards. Back behind the net. Chips it around. Pass out in front. Went wide. Apparently it took a funny hop off the boards, but
to go there. Boy, that was
boy, the boards must suck then in Fargo.
so unless it's something major, scoring, injury, that
kind of thing. Well, see, Curtis is trying to say, oh, the refs aren't going to call any penalties because, unless it's an injury or something like that. Well, that's what I thought too. But then Martineau was down for how many seconds before Fargo scored? Officials didn't even blow their whistle. And now he's not playing in this game. Go figure. It's a bunch of crap, that's why.
On the left wing side, play the blue.
I mean, I get it. We're not the most liked team in the league, but geez Louise, at least give us some respect instead of none. Better than nothing. Here's Booten. Rapid Rutgers! Daniel Booten gets Sioux City on the board first. 1-0.
To him. I don't think White could see that he was going to be able to get a piece of his stick on it. He comes up.
Boy, that's what we need. Guys who don't normally score, or at least give a full effort. Boy, I think that went 5-hole on what? No, just on that right short side. Daniil Booten only had 2 goals in the regular season, but now in the postseason, he's already got 2. So really don't care. Oh, I really don't care. As much as I love that song, that's gonna drive me crazy if I have to hear that after every goal. Fargo gives up, I should say. Puck sent off the boards towards center. Now Tomko pops around. Jeffress around the boards. Lyons sends it back behind the net. Crate back there. Jeffress in the corner. Jeffress spun around. Colin Sisson with this one. Sisson tipped off the boards. There's Graham Jones back behind the net. Now Graham Jones takes this one. Jones back behind the net. Boy, if you got the lead against Fargo, that's pretty darn good. But here's Mason West. West out there for Lindbergh. Lindbergh shot saved by Ryder Shea. 14:56 left to go in this first period. We'll have our second commercial break. We'll be back in another minute.
There's a revolution.
Excuse me. What do you want?
The future is staring back at us like a perfect picture on glass. This future, it must be protected.
What's it got to do with me?
Look,
What is?
it will change everything. That's why they want to stop it. They will come after you without cease. Because the future looks to us. LG OLED. Perfect picture on glass.
Who are you?
Oh, come now. I've already told you. The future is staring back at you. LG OLED TV.
Welcome back, everybody. 14:56 left to go in the first period. Face-off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Face-off's won by Brooks Cullen. It's in the circle, although picked up by Daniel D'Alessandro off the boards. Tip Max Anderson out towards center. Dump down. Mason Stanger picks this one up. Stanger off the boards towards center. Now Luke Gehry with it down low in the corner. Lindbergh gets pushed aside as he should. Schultz with this one out towards center, picked up Brooks Cullen. Cullen crossing the blue line, now loses control of it. Cullen back behind the net there. Kosiba feeds it around. Arseny Marchenko with this one. Picked up there by Luke Gehry. Luke Gehry now into the hands of D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro feeds it on over to Stanger. Here's Stanger out towards center. Now Luke Gehry tipped up into the air. D'Alessandro will take this one. D'Alessandro, long toss, tip down ice. It rolls into the corner. 6 minutes have gone here in this first period. Puck sent off the boards out towards center. Here's Saxton Tuss up the right side. Tuss in the circle. Tuss out towards the blue line. Cullen McCrate with this one. McCrate passes one towards the net, went wide, deflected back behind Derek Olson. Now Saganin takes it out towards the point. West, now Saganin, shot save made there. Now Stepan Cherney picks it up at center, feeds it on Cullen McCrate. McCrate sends it back behind the net of Ryder Shea. He'll play it towards the left side to Olson, who then in turn feeds it on over to his right side to Shane Gould. Now Daniil Booten, 3-on-3 back the other way and drops it back and played it offside.
Yeah, a lot of times you see that offside.
Gotta love that.
Just get back and you kind of release a little too early, and then you come in offside. Tomko, Dyer, and Bailey this time around. Carr along with Lyons for your Musketeers. And on the other side.
Ow, geez Louise. I got like hair stuck somewhere.
Bailey looks in for a big check. He got it, but.
Well, where the frick is it? Ow, geez Louise. Icing called.
start for your Musketeers to beat them Fargo at bay, getting the possession. And that's what they do against every team. But keep them on the outside looking in.
There, gosh, so it doesn't hurt. Holy hell. Y'all ready for this?
Years ago, last year in Madison, and then came over here and really has done a nice
Face-offs one, puck will roll out. Christian Lyons with this one. Lyons, a shot towards the net. Went through the. That's all I know.
line.
Here's Lyons with this one. Lyons. Dallo shot saved by AJ White. It's probably the first one he's made all night.
Good shift that time for your Musketeers.
So that's Daniil Booten from Dakota Bailey and Shane Gold. Shano's got 5 points so far now in this postseason. I think I did the math on that right. Nope, that's only 4. But still, though, that's pretty darn good. I mean, he was the top point getter in terms of defensemen in the league this season. And of course, he didn't get a vote for defenseman of the year. So that shows you how much of a joke the league is. Because he had like the second number of point getter in terms of defensemen, he had the 5th one. And it's just like, God, if you're going to do that, you got to have at least the first 2. And besides scoring a lot of points, he's good defensively. So there you go. Like I said, that shows you how much of a joke this league is.
So the right wing side, West will pick it up.
Here's Mason West with this one. West feeds it on back. Colin Sisson pass out there in front. West a shot. Save, rebound through the crease. And somehow that stayed out. That is incredible.
That time, I think, once again, Ryder kind of came out a little too far on commitment. Cuts that angle off.
Yeah, well, at least he gave it effort, but holy. That's just crazy. Stanger feeds it on over D'Alessandro or O'Leary, taken right back. While they had numbers, pass out to Cullen. A shot went wide. Now Anderson sends it down. Kyle O'Leary. O'Leary, nice moves. O'Leary pass across, tipped into the corner. That almost connected with Poirier, who got Scholar of the Year award in the league. That was announced today, so congratulations to him. Poirier at the blue line. Poirier. Down low, Max Anderson. Anderson in the corner now, back behind the net. Anderson in the circle. Out Poirier, a shot saved by AJ White. It rolls into the corner. Max Anderson. We've got a penalty coming up. And here's a slap shot save made by White. And it sounds like Sioux City's going to have a power play here.
The high stick. And so the Musketeers.
High stick will be the call. And going to the box is Saxton Tess.
5%.
In the postseason, Sioux City has yet to convert. Oh, we got the worst ref in the league tonight. Fagan. Oh, shoot. I don't like that. We were doing so well. We've got all the momentum. And if anybody's going to kill it, it's going to be him. Or Stepan Cherney, rather, not Saxton Tess. Sioux City, they've yet to convert on a power play. And in terms of the penalty kill, Fargo, they've yet to give up a power play goal. Well, this is only their second game of the postseason, 9 minutes in. So out of 69 minutes, they've given up no power play. So there you go. Here's Shane Gould with this one. Gould sends it. Vatne back to Gould. Gould on Stanger. 10.5 to go. Gould with this one. Gould trying to get the one-timer. You don't need the one-timer. You just need a goal, no matter how you get it. Stanger shot tipped went wide. Now Poirier popped up into the air. Here's Jeffress with it behind the net. Jeffress around the boards. There, Aiden Dyer. Dyer. Oh, yeah. Here's Gould with this one. Gould passing on over. Tomko sends it off the boards, down back behind the net. Dyer in a scramble for. Minute 15 left to go on the power play for Sioux City, halfway through this first period. Gould feeds it on over to Tomko. Tomko down low, pass in front. Shot saved by AJ White. Nice pass from Dyer to Trey Jeffress, and a whole bunch of extras after that.
Now they got that bumper and a nice save nonetheless by AJ. Second unit.
They're forced out towards center. Luke Gary. Well, nice effort. Try and keep it in, although he got hacked and whacked and nothing. Luke Gary with this one. See, here's where Fagan becomes the worst referee in the league. Understandably. Oh, shut up, Curtis. Puck will be cleared down ice.
Here is Sioux City.
Yeah, so call it, please.
It's going to be Olsen. That's a double leg drop if he wants it.
Olsen
Schultz
feeds it on over for Schultz. Here's Schultz. Feeds it on to Gavin Gary. Gary off the boards towards center. 2-on-1. Saxton Tess. Tessa shot save by Ryder Shea. Boy, and it's those odd man opportunities. You can't have them if you're Fargo.
And now 17 seconds left on the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino power play. Sioux City looks like they're going to go to a straight 5. The guys that come in right after the power play. Well, Tomko's still out there. 9:03 to play at period number 1. 1-0 Sioux City. Face off, bouncing puck up on the
face off's one. Here's Booten with this one. Booten in the circle. Out towards the blue line. Pass across. Tomko. 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Here's Shane Gould with this one. Gould. Oh, nice drag. Good tip scores! Sioux City goal! Who's got it? I think it's Dakota Bailey. He's the one leading the charge back to the bench. I don't care who it is, as long as you get it.
Deflection, and right out front, as you see it, there's the deflection goes in Sioux City strikes. It's 2-0 on the RP Constructors scoreboard. Time of the goal is.
And that's what Kersner mentioned. You know, it's got to be a full team effort. It can't be, you know, your usual Marv, Trey Jeffress, William Tomko. You know, it's got to come from people like Dakota Bailey.
Stick played with a high stick.
Oh my God, they're going to challenge it. I don't like the sound of that. Well, they didn't. Or goalie okay, well, let's see it.
That is what they're going to look at if it's goaltender interference. They got to make sure these things are right.
Yeah, and I get that. I completely 100% understand that. Now let's see if we get a replay. That's the next question.
Timeout. So big decision right there. And Coach Skinner elects.
Let's see. I'm not seeing a replay, so we'll kind of re-rack the footage. Luckily enough, this game, I'm calling the game off of the Facebook feed, so I'm just going to go back to Flow Hockey and kind of see if we can find a replay.
Scoreboard. If it's a good goal, go to Bailey.
Oh, let's hope it's a good goal. Although considering it's Fagan, I don't have much hope, but
they got the 4 cameras.
Let's see.
What they do is they look at
That's going to be a good goal. AJ White was never touched. He was never touched, so that's going to stand. It's going to have to stand.
A big goalie interference.
Unless Fagan sees something. But yeah, he was never touched. So
it's a good goal. Yeah,
although in terms of that high stick,
interference. 2 referees right now. They look like
I don't know if you necessarily. Well, and it's not a high stick either, so this should stand.
There we go. Here they come out.
Yep, it's a goal.
Good. Now that does mean that
Yeah, he was never touched. Dakota Bailey never deflected it with the high stick. So
scoreboard. That I don't know what they're booing at. I thought that was
yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what they're trying to challenge. They were trying to challenge, but exactly. 2-0. Sioux City in the lead. 8:42 left to go in the first. So that means 11:18 time of the goal.
looking forward.
Here's Booten, takes it. Well, he took it right back. Here's Booten, pass across. Here's Christian Lyons with this one. Lyons around the boards.
Wrapped all the way around now.
Tomko with this one. Tomko batted in. Stepan Cherney with this one. Cherney picked up Christian Lyons, sent off the boards. Picked up Daniil Booten. Booten popped. West. Now Tomko. Taking there Colin Sisson. Here's Sisson. Feeds it on in Mason West. Passes it aside. West. Well, he can skate well, but I think he's a better football. Shot! Saved by Shea. Rebound! Rolls into the corner. My goodness, that was close. That was very close.
He was looking for D'Alessandro nicely.
Alessandro with this one feeds it out towards center. McCrake down low. West shot, save, rebound, scores.
And that's going to be Colin Sisson.
Colin Sisson, just lovely.
Lead cut in half. It's 2-1. Sioux City on top on the RP.
Boy, that one's a tough one. Graham Jones, nice shot and a stop, and then it just got right through Shea.
Out on the doorstep, and that's going to be Ryder Shea's job is to defend him, but he needs help on the backside. So it went on the jam, it came out, and then Sisson launched it to the back of the net.
Well, let's see. For Sisson, that'll be his second goal of the postseason and total on the year. 23rd.
Chase after it at the Muskets. Oh, Stenger wraps it forward, trying to work after it.
There's a pass out in front, went just wide. Gotta get the momentum back. Or something back. Some good fortunes off. Sioux City, they played a nice, 12, 11 and a half minutes until that goal. Anderson, well, no, they're still playing pretty good hockey. It's just puck possession is going to be key. That one's tipped into the netting and out of play. 6:53 left to go here in this first period. 2-1. Muskie's still in the lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a minute.
Introducing the new Subaru Impreza suspension. Its longer wheel travel and lower friction give a smoother ride, which makes it kind of rough for some of our competitors.
New Mother Revive with caffeine, tea, and yerba mate. Heaps of energy to conquer the day.
You've got your sunrise. You caught a prize. You're making your Johnson. Autumn nights, summer whites. You, your friends, and your Johnson. Reach the tails, the water trails. You, your kids, and your Johnson. Saturday nights, distant lights. You, your girl, and your Johnson. You and your Johnson, a way of life for over 50 years.
Welcome back, everybody. Face-offs won. It's sent all the way down ice. Rolls back behind the net. Shane Gould. Oh, my goodness. Got hit a little hard on that. That's okay. Puck sent out towards center. Shot went wide. Here's McCrate with this one towards center. McCrate now for Luke Gary. Jeffress. Luke Gary keeps it in to Trey Jeffress. Oh, keep it into your own zone. Here's a shot. Went back behind the net. Here's Sagadin with this one. Sagadin sends it off the boards. Sagadin sends it back down into the corner.
They will.
Gary out towards center. Here's Ashton Schultz, 2-on-1. Schultz still has it a shot. Ooh, White got a piece of it. Here's Carr with this one. Carr sends it back behind the net. 5:55 left to go here in this first. Christian Lyons popped up into the air. Saxton Test comes up with it.
Here's Garv.
Garv keeps it in. Puck sent off the boards and down ice. Christian Lyons with this one. Lyons picked up Gavin Gary. Elias Vatne takes this one. Vatne, nice pass. O'Leary. O'Leary almost sandwiched though. Now Cherney off the boards. Picked up there Graham Jones up the left side. Jones pass one back. Sisson behind the net.
The goal tonight. So
Sisson in the corner. Sent out Lindbergh. On across Marchenko. Now Vatne off the boards. Pass on out. Sisson in the circle. Sisson sends it back behind the net for Graham Jones. Now Mason West.
Sisson behind the net.
Sisson feeds it around. Marchenko out towards center. Marchenko feeds it on over Lindbergh. Lindbergh dumps it down into the corner, back behind the net of Ryder Shea. Christian Lyons picks it up. Lyons feeds it on over to D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro sends it all the way down ice. Now D'Alessandro again picks it up. Christian Lyons feeds it on over for D'Alessandro. Sent off the boards. Offsides. I don't know about that one, but okay.
Kind of lost a pass instead. It's gonna be Booten, Bailey, and Tomko. Booten and Bailey. Goal scorers so far tonight.
Okay, so they just put a promo up on the Jumbotron with their promotions, right? For games 3 and 4. They'll have watch parties, obviously, fine. But Thursday night, it's going to be audio and video only. And then Friday night, it's just going to be video only. Do you think that's a little crazy? Like, which audio are you talking about? Are you talking about, because their play-by-play guy, I don't think he ever goes on the road. I think he just does the home games, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. But
To find a puck.
I mean, if you have a home and an away broadcaster, I mean, that makes a little more sense. But icing called.
Call on the play. That it looked funny, but he released it well before center ice. And I don't know if the Fargo forwards figured that. But either or, face-off coming in the Fargo Force defensive zone. 2-1 Sioux City. 3:48 to play in period number 1. The RP Constructor scoreboard. Schultz taking the draw for the Musketeers.
Face-off will come to the left of AJ White. Face-off's one. Puck rolls into the corner. Aiden Dyer with this one. Dyer sends it off the boards towards center. Kept in. Nicely done. Schultz. Now it's whacked off the boards by Olenkamp towards center. 2-on-2. Olenkamp. McNamara sends it down into the corner, and Olenkamp slammed into the boards by Olsen, as he should be. McNamara might knock some sense into him. Here is Zimmerman, a shot went wide of Ryder Shea. Now Olenkamp feeds it back in the other way behind the net there. Bryce Mattern takes this one. Mattern in a scramble for. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go here in this first period. Cullen with this one. Cullen in the corner. Cullen there for Zimmerman. Zimmerman in a scramble for, or is that Lindbergh? Kind of hard to tell the 2 and the 7 sometimes. So I'm like this. Cullen with this one out towards the blue line. Here's Lindbergh, takes a shot, deflected wide. Now picked up by Shane Gould. Gould up into the air. Now Schultz sends it off the boards and down ice. This will go for icing. Indeed.
Where it was. So face-off coming in the Musketeer zone. We got 2:33 to play, period number 1. Sioux City up 2-1 on the RP Construction scoreboard. And where do they want it? They want to face off to the left of Shea. And so
Face off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. 2.5 left to go here in this first.
Cherney, Lindbergh, blue line. No, Cherney, McCray. Here's face off trying to drop.
Ernie McCray. Yeah, like that's going to do anything for him. Mason West gets.
Gonna get waved. He goes back in.
Well, we thought he was going to. His legs look so skinny. Like, geez Louise. Cherney feeds it on. He might be really tall, but he looks like he's lacking in the weight department a little bit. Sizzin in the corner back behind the net. 2:20 left to go in this first. McCrate with this one. McCrate back behind the net. Sizzin in the corner. Sizzin out towards the blue line. Not Lindbergh, but McCrate taken away. Almost a 2-on-1. Luke Gary with this one. He'll just dump it in. Nicely done. We'll take that. 2 minutes left to go here in this first period. Gavin Gary now swiped away. Cherney feeds it on over Colin McCrate. Here's West. West a shot. Just skittered a little wide. Yeah, let's see here. Shot save made there by AJ White. Rebound rolls into the corner. Marchenko with this one. Marchenko. Oh, gets tripped up. Nothing called, surprisingly, considering it's Fagan, but hey, we don't need a penalty right now, to be fair. I mean, shit. Here's Marchenko with this one. Marchenko. Oh, he gets slammed into the boards. Haha, pass in front. Oh, Anderson fanned on it. Gavin Gary went wide. Anderson with it off the boards. Feeds it down low. Gavin Gary. Now O'Leary with this one. Picked up Poirier. Behind the net. 1 minute left to go in this first. Here's Poirier, tipped there by Anderson. Anderson back behind the net there. Gavin Gary batted down, taken there by Saxon Tess up the left side. Here's Tess at center.
Left side.
Tess feeds it down into the corner. D'Alessandro with this. Here's Daniil Booten now, almost taken away. Now, yeah, Booten, nicely done. Keeping up with it, now offsides. Well, Tomka lost his stick, so we'll call that intentional offsides. Maybe. I don't know about that, but.
Sioux City up 2-1. Much better period than last night for your Musketeers.
Yeah, definitely a much better start to the game. So let's see if we can keep that up for a full 60. It's kind of been the story of Sioux City's lives this season, where they play one game of the weekend really good and then they play it really bad. So
with it, bank it off the boards. Now Camp comes out and here he comes down left wing side trying to.
We'll see though. We'll see if that'll. Oh. How?
Bye.
How did that get in?
Penalty.
Delayed penalty. Owen Camp?
Camp's going to come away with it. And that's a late period goal, 19 minutes and 37 seconds.
Hang on, let's see. Owen Camp. Boy, yeah. That's crazy. That is actually crazy.
Camp picks up goal number 2 in 2 games. We are deadlocked at 2 apiece. Gotta fight.
Boy, this is going to be a good game now if we keep playing like this.
Gotta keep going.
Owen Camp. Pass across McNamara. Yeah, Sioux City, they started out pretty well, but boy, something like that can be an instant momentum changer into the hands of Fargo. But hopefully, here's Schultz. Scores! Ashton Schultz! It's basically the same thing. 3-2, Sioux City retakes the lead.
That Schultz who banked one just like
same thing Camp did.
Watch that.
Oh my!
Fourth player. White had no chance. Sioux City strikes at the 1950.
Or no, White.
Mark. So
it wasn't even a bank shot. He just didn't have the pad out. Wow. That is incredible. That is actually incredible. That we are done with 2 periods of play. Or just the one, although with the score being the way it is, it looks like it's after 2 periods of play. We'll take a break. We'll be back. We need to go to a break. I swear. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Odelled it. She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of bounds. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick? The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick. She Odelled it. She Odelled it.
Totally Odelled it.
She was out of bounds. I can't believe OBJ is at this wedding.
I can't believe that convertible's a Buick.
That convertible's a Buick? The all-new Cascada convertible. Yes, it's a Buick.
S-O-N.
I think we just accidentally kissed. Quick, do something manly.
Bang.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's State Farm. It's like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning. Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
He sounds hideous.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
You hear something new at fountains today. People who think young say, Pepsi, please.
The light the crowd today agrees. Those who think young say Pepsi, please. For those who think young, so long you're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation.
got that special taste created for the Lord. And Pepsi's what I want to do. There's a full turn me up. Compare the joy of my lunch and ambition is not and on and the sound of the body. That's my Pepsi. For those who think young.
Wow, welcome back, everybody. That was something. I'll just say that first period. I mean, Sioux City, they played a pretty good game, but Fargo, they weren't. I don't even know what to say about them, really, honestly, at this point. They just want to be a bunch of party poopers. That's all. That's all they want to be. They screw up a wet dream. That's how bad it is. But anyway. Here we go. That's exactly how to describe the Fargo Force, I think. Anyway, let's take a quick little recap of that first period. 4:11 mark. Daniel Booten got us on the board from Dakota Bailey and Shane Gould that made it a 1-0 win. Then at 9:14, Stefan Churning went in 2 minutes for high sticking. And then at 11:18, Dakota Bailey scored from Daniel Booten and Shane Gould that made it a 2-0 game. And then at 12:29, Fargo made it a 2-1 game. Colin Sisson from Graham Jones and Colin McCrate that made it 2-1. Then right now they have no assists on the Owen Pinnacle at 1937 that tied the game at that 2, but they still credited it with Dakota Bailey for the slap anyway, because why not? And then 1958, Colts scored to make it a 3-2 game. So, and they called a power play goal on the Owen Camp thing, but Bailey never went into the box, and it's just the delayed penalty, so I don't like that. But whatever, I guess. Let's take a look at some scores from across the country. Right now, tied up at 2 with 1:47 left to go in the second period. Lincoln is at Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls with a 1-0 game in that series. It started out 2-0 in favor of Sioux Falls, but Lincoln's come right back. So, and then NHL postseason right now, first intermission, the Canadians lead the Lightning 1-0. And then coming up in about 45 minutes, the Bruins will be at the Sabres. 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Mammoth at the Golden Knights. And then the Avalanche beat the Kings earlier today by a score of 2-1. MLB scores on this Sunday afternoon. Well, heading into the evening, I should say. Right now, bottom of the ninth inning, the White Sox lead the A's 7-4. Top of the ninth inning, the Yankees lead the Royals 7-0. Also in the top of the ninth, the Padres lead the Angels 2-1. Bottom of the eighth, the Tigers lead the Red Sox 5-1. And then coming up later tonight at 7:20 Eastern Time, the Braves are at the Phillies. And then all the rest of these games are all finals. So Nationals beat the Giants 3-0. Pirates beat the Rays 6-3. Guardians beat the Orioles 8-4. Marlins beat the Brewers 5-3. Cardinals beat the Astros in 10 innings 7-5. Reds beat the Twins in 10 innings 7-4. Cubs beat the Mets in 10 innings 2-1. Let's see here. And then the Rockies beat the Dodgers 9-6. Kind of incredible, if you ask me. Mariners beat the Rangers 5-2, and then the Blue Jays beat the Diamondbacks 10-4. You know what I forgot to do? And we were gonna do it today is we were gonna do like what we did during New Year's Eve and throw confetti every time Sioux City scores. So we'll do that right now. We'll do it the 3 times. Oh wait, no, let's do NBA scores and then we'll get to that. Right now, the Magic lead the Pistons 18-8 with 7:05 left to go in the first quarter. Coming up later on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, the Trailblazers will be at the Spurs. The Celtics beat the 76ers earlier today, 123 to 91. And then the Thunder beat the Suns 119 to 84. Okay, let's do it now quickly. Although we got time here still. So, okay, here's the first one. And we don't do a whole lot of confetti when we do this, but enough, I guess. Woo! Okay. Here's another one. Yeah. Ooh, that one's almost got up in my mouth, as you saw. Woo! Boy, that's all flying everywhere, ain't it? All righty. So hopefully we'll have many more of these tonight. And then, of course, we'll have the confetti once Sioux City wins. So anyway, time to clean this all up, though. Okay. You guys must think I have literally an infinity amount of confetti, but no, it's just this reuse the same stuff over and over again. Because why not? It's like the best way to do it. Because then you don't have to spend a whole lot of money and do all that. So might as well. Alrighty. So while we're picking that up, I'll kind of give you a preview on what's to come this week here on RVN. Well, originally what I had planned was that we were gonna do tomorrow night, have some NHL action for you. It would have been Ottawa and Carolina, as well as Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. We might still actually do it, but just kind of looking at my schedule and stuff. Because Wednesday we're gonna do like our Earth Day marathon. So obviously I have to film some of the videos for that, but yeah, so we'll kind of have to see. Obviously, we'll have the Ronnie show tomorrow through Friday, as we normally do Monday through Friday. So that's not changing. And then what else? I don't know. We might still have that tomorrow night. That might be a to be determined type of thing. And then let's see what else. Well, Thursday night will be game 3 at home in Sioux City. We'll have that for you. We'll have a pregame show, but it'll be pre-taped. So I'll film that probably on Wednesday for that to be released on Thursday night before the game, and then we'll come on because as you know, I've got commitments to do. So yeah. I've got a job I gotta do, and so yeah. Because of that, we might make it down. Hopefully, there is a slim chance that we make it down before puck drop, but hopefully we'll make it before that. And in fact, I might, for that, even start the stream as basically like I'm walking into the arena. So you might hear what it's like when I first walk in and then get up to my seat. So if that's the case, just ignore the background noise. So yeah. All righty, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Second period after this. Don't go anywhere. Oh, now it's gonna do that. Of course it is.
All right. Making the peeps. Making the peeps.
Sprinkle the cheese. Sprinkle the cheese. Hey, if you're looking for the best pizza, wings, subs, and salads, you know, give us a try. Eat in, take out, or deliver to your door. A huge line of specialty pizza, second to none. And with 3 different restaurants to choose from. That's right, 3. Gang Mills, Lawrenceville, Elkland. Making the pizza. Making the pizza. So stop on down to one of 3 great locations or call us up to let our crews hook you up. Oh, yeah.
This flat type needs a man, but when there's no man around, when there's no man around, Goodyear should be. Why? Watch this. New Goodyear Double Eagle. It carries its own spare inside. Lifeguard safety spare. A tire in a tire. Keeps on going. Next time, give her a second chance.
When you order a clip, you don't think about the months it takes us to brew an acre. But the long, careful, golden age of Cliff is what makes it America's choicest premium beer.
They're disaster.
But you take the voice. There's nothing in it. This is well, and put it in. To tell the world the benefits of Attack with sex appeal. Brilliant, sir.
I know.
Throw this with you.
If you heard and can't work, after about your bills weekly hush. Why?
Welcome back, everybody. Whoops. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Sioux City with a 3-2 lead as we head into period number 2. Sioux City, they had a great start to the game, but then Fargo got 2 of them in there. Luckily enough, Sioux City did as well. So
Home ice advantage for the last 3 games. There we go. On the ice, ready to go is going to be O'Leary and Marvin Garb. And
all righty. I think we're ready. We cleaned up all the confetti from the other mission. Well, that piece went failing, so did that one too. We'll find it a little later.
Face off going to be won by Sioux City, playing it forward on the right side.
Face off one puck will be sent down ice. Here's AJ White with this one. White sends it around. Coming up with it is McNamara. Now Owen Camp up the right side. Here's Owen Camp, a shot up high on Shea, and it goes wide.
Coming up on the wing side, hustling down O'Leary.
Here's O'Leary with this one in the corner. O'Leary back behind the net. Stanger now picked up D'Alessandro out at center. D'Alessandro feeds it on over to Daniil Booten. Booten off the boards. Sends it down into the corner. White back there. Here's Lindbergh with this one out towards center. Lindbergh feeds it off the boards, down back behind the net. Ryder Shea picks this one up. Shea feeds it on over across, off the boards, mishandled Dyer towards center. Daniil Booten has a hard time handling it. Stanger sends it off the boards back behind the net, and that will be an icing. 59 seconds in.
I think the 2 players kind of split them.
Oh!
Here comes West.
I want to rock!
Going the crate will battle the blue line. Face off coming just to the left.
Yeah, I want to rock, all right.
RP Construction scoreboard.
I wanna rock.
Right side is Jones.
Graham Jones with this one in the corner. Here's Jones out towards the blue line. Marchenko off the boards, tipped to Neil Booten back behind the net.
Finally will, but they give it right back.
Of course, they give it right back. Marchenko, a shot went wide. Back behind the net, Colin Sisson with this one in the corner.
They are good at zone pressure.
Puck sent off the boards towards center, Marchenko. Back behind the net of AJ White, picked up there by Colin McCrate. McCrate out towards center. McCrate up the left side, sent off the boards, tipped Jones behind the net. Here's Anderson with this one. Anderson at center. Now that's Shane Gould. So half of Max Anderson, you get Shane Gould. Lions will dump it back behind the net of AJ White. Pass out in front. Well, at least he tried to. Now Cullen with this one. Cullen takes it out towards center. Here's Cullen crossing center. Cullen feeds it through the stick of Jones. Now by Schultz. Schultz feeds it on over. Oh, that's offsides. Okay.
Right into the Fargo defensive zone before that puck came across, forcing the offside and a face-off in the neutral zone. 17:46 to play. Period number 2. Musketeers up 3-2 on the RP Construction scoreboard. I think it's going to be O'Leary.
Face-off will come in front of the Musketeers bench. O'Leary will take the draw with Seguin. Face-off's one. Here's Marchenko with this one. Marchenko feeds it on over. McCrate sent off the boards. Back behind the net of Ryder Shea. Here's Gould. Feeds it on down. Seguin with this one. Tipped by Gould. Here's Saxton Tess with this one out towards the blue line. Tess spins it around. Seguin, now Mattern behind the net. McCrate. Pass out there in front. Deflected there by Vatne. Now he'll come up with it. Vatne up the right side. Slows it down. Vatne on across. Gavin Gary, a shot save made there. Now Gavin Gary in the corner. Gavin back behind O'Leary. Pass in front. Gavin Gary went wide. I think AJ White might have got a piece of it. Then Marchenko took down one of our guys. Should have been a penalty, but I guess not. Here's Seguin out towards the blue line, and he's way offside.
Too much time. Mattern came across a little early. Offside.
At least we're even on that.
Period number 2. Sioux City up 3-2 on the RP Constructor scoreboard. Come back with Belladonna. McNamara, Hewlett, Camp for Fargo. Sioux City. Negative face-off will be Dyer. Anderson to the left, and then Jeffress. Sioux City wins the draw, but it goes all the way back. Musketeers trying to work it out on the right wing boards. Out to center.
Anyway, here's Dyer out towards center. Dyer batted down. Picked up Anderson. McNamara at center. McNamara. Eulenkamp pass out in front. That one was stopped by Shea.
Side. It's interesting. The shots on the scoreboard have 19-13, and that's not the same that's on the officials. They must have 2 different people doing one official.
Well, and that's kind of dumb if they do, but because
stop that down the circle into the corner it goes.
oh, now this says 1913, so I mean. And now Fargo's going to have the power play, and they scored a power play goal last night, so yay.
It's
Cherney out towards center. Tap it. There you go. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
It's going to be Dyer. Is it hook or a trip? It's going to be
hooking.
Time of the penalty is going to be 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So Fargo on the power play.
Who's getting it?
1 for 2 in the series. It's going to be West, McNamara, Jones, And then
Must have been Stanger because I thought it was D'Alessandro, and then so it's Stanger, I bet. Face-offs one. Here's Colin Sisson with this one. Sisson
wing side up on the boards.
in the corner. Here's Sisson behind the net. Sisson in front. West. Shot was stopped there by Shea. Picked up Sisson. Now to West. Oh, and that one went all the way down ice. That went through at least 2 or 3 Fargo Force sticks. Boy, that was just poorly executed by Fargo. Jones feeds it on over Mason West in the corner. That was Sisson, I guess. This will be West, though. West feeds it on Cherney. Cherney on a cross. Here's West down in the corner. Ooh. Similar. Well, yeah, of course they're going to change it up because their power play stinks. Here's Sisson with this one. Sisson to West. Back to Sisson. Sisson down to West in the corner. Yeah, make them pass. Sisson down there West. Back for Sisson. Okay, Sisson, can you pass to someone else? Okay, there we go. To Graham Jones. Because if West can't get it done, then I don't know why you keep passing it to him, but Graham Jones with this one. Jones near the circle. Jones down low to West out in front. Now popped out towards the neutral zone. O'Leary couldn't get a shorthanded opportunity of it, but a nice force out towards center. Kearney feeds it on Mason West, whacks it back behind the net. 23 seconds left to go on the power play. 5.5 minutes into this game, or into the second, I should say. Lions will take this one in the corner and a nice long toss down ice. Might do it for the power play. So nicely cleared by Sioux City. Here's Deladonna up the left side. Deladonna down low. Derek Olson fights it away. And puck sent off the boards towards center. And icing, of course. 14:04 left to go in this second period. Are we going to break?
They do kill off the power play. And so
Oh, of course they're not.
this is where I mean they weren't out there that long. This is where that icing could be tough. Is now Dyer's out there, he's fresh. But the PKers might not be as fresh. Sagadin will take the draw for the Fargo board. Sioux City leading 3-2 on the
Face-offs one. Here's Lindbergh with this one. Lindbergh down low to Mattern. A shot. Save. Shea. Rebound. He scores.
We'll tie it.
Wow. So it's tied right back up.
And there was bodies there. He's down there. And then it was scooped up from down low. Yeah. Not much you can do.
What do you mean not much he can do? Jeez Louise. Sagadin with that one.
Oh, that's one of those, excuse me, it's not one of those goals that are tough, but good effort by Sagadin to get to the net. It's when that puck is
So we're tied right back up.
somewhere, so it's kind of sitting there. But here we are, tied 3 apiece on the RP Constructor scoreboard.
Just ridiculous.
Get your zone, Fargo will. Roll it around. That's going to be cool. Now City looking, bring it out to center ice. Trying to. Comes out to neutral, throws right back in.
Here's Shea with this one back behind the net. Although they got a goal almost right away after Fargo tied it up the last period. So tipped Bailey down into the corner. AJ White with this one. Here's White. Tipped Lindbergh down low into the corner. Bryce Mattern with this one. Mattern off the boards towards center. Tess fought away though by Bailey. Sends it around the boards. On out to Marchenko. Here's Marchenko on over across. There's a shot save made by Ryder Shea. Oh, and we got extras afterwards. As Fargo decides they want to be a bunch of schmagoons. That's nothing new.
A timeout on the ice. Don't believe we're going to see any type of penalty, or are we?
Better not. We'll see if there is in a minute.
Consider the care and feeding of a motor vehicle. City buses like diesel fuel. Little fellas take economy gasoline. Folks in the middle go for regular. And powerful cars use premium. But a car that knocks needs no knocks. No knocks is a special premium with additives that stop cars from knocking. Imagine what no knocks can do for a car that doesn't knock. Try a little and see.
Welcome back, everybody. Well,
Now, Pursuit City.
oh, okay. Well, they gave Carr and Saxton tests each a roughing ball, so I can appreciate the fact that it's evenly called.
It's a ball roughing or something.
Rough, rough, rough.
On the ice will be down.
Well, roughhousing would probably be a better way of putting that, but
In Hewlett Camp.
so this will be a 4-on-4.
McCready, he's talking with the referee right now. Suit City.
Oh, boo-hoo. Shut up. Get to play.
Yeah. There we go. Face off in the Musketeers.
Finally, good God. Face off will come to the left of Ryder Shea. Face off's one. Puck will roll into the corner.
During the regular season, that 3-on-3 on all that space.
Ryan Poirier with this one in the circle. Poirier sends it on over. Christian Lyons with this one. Lyons crossing center. Here's Lyons with this one. Lyons in the corner. Lyons now to Dyer in the corner. Dyer pass on across. That one's picked off. Here's Owen Camp up the left side from McCrate. Owen Camp in the corner. Uh-oh. Well, if you weren't focused on Tomko, I mean, good goodness.
Side pass coming across right wing. It's going to be Hewlett Camp.
Owen Camp with this one back behind the net. Owen Camp in the corner. Owen Camp, nice toss to Cullen McCrate in the circle. McCrate back behind the net. McCrate pass out in front into the hands of Ashton Schultz. Feeds it on to William Tomko.
Plays it.
Well, that would help. Careful. Fargo almost had too many men. Oh, nice pass to Tomko. But then he got cut off. Lord knows by who, but here's Gould with this one at the blue line. Gould at the blue line. Nice toss in there for Schultz in the circle. Schultz pass across shot. Stopped by White. Now Gould with this one down low in the corner. Deladonna back behind Lindbergh. 8.5 minutes have gone here in this in the second period.
Here's Lindbergh.
Imagine that.
We've seen a number of them last night and tonight.
Well, and it's that part of the ice too, so something's going on down there. That's all I can say. Rebound. Somehow he missed that. But then he ran over our goaltender. A-hole. 2 on, well, maybe a 3-on-2 now. Shot by Jones, stopped by Shea. Rebound, it's in the corner. Here's Carr with this one in a scramble for. Behind now, D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro there for O'Leary. Now batted away Cherney towards center Saxton Test. Long toss Mason West. A shot went wide naturally. Out towards center. Tomko tips into the hands of Cherney in the corner, back behind the net. Cherney off the boards. West, well, he tried, and then he knocked Stenger or whoever that was into the boards. Tomko up the left side. Tomko out towards center. Feeds it on to Gould. Here's Gould in the circle. Oh, pushed aside. That was ridiculous. Here's Bailey. A shot. Saved White. Picked up there by Gould. Gould, now Marchenko. chasing his tail. West, he's pushed aside by Bailey, now taken by Lindbergh, sent off the boards. Into the hands of Mattern. Mattern now intercepted by Booten. Nicely done. Booten out towards Dakota Bailey. Bailey. We each have 2 points tonight. Pass in front got blocked by West. In front, Topko! Blocked in front into the corner. Topko again. Pass out there. Booten in the circle. Here's Booten. Down low. Bailey. Bailey to Lyons. Feeds it on. Carr shot saved by White. Yeah, if you could just keep that possession. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Decisions. Do I want good rich flavor or one that's lower in carb than the best-selling Filter King?
Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pell Mell Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pell Mell Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pell Mell Gold. Tastier, milder. Pell Mell menthol too.
I'm the new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor. My brother, the old Techmatic, was made for average beards, but I have this new thing on the cartridge. I can take care of light beards, not so light beards, average beards, heavy beards, and even heavier beards. At this setting, I'll give you the closest shave you've ever had in your life. Adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor.
Moving up to that top line now is Test.
Welcome back, everybody. Face off will come to the right of AJ White. 9:27 left to go here in the second period. We're tied up here at 3 apiece, although we really need something to go our way right now. That last shift was pretty good. So yeah, if we could just control the puck like how Fargo controls it, then so there you go.
It's pushed up to the boards.
That one sent off the boards and down. Ice pushed away. Here's Max Anderson up the right side. Anderson in the circle. Oh, he gets tripped up. Nothing called, though, naturally. Zimmerman out towards the blue line. Zimmerman, although there's 3 Musketeers guys there, so good luck. Zimmerman out there. Marchenko pass across. Lindbergh, a shot. Went back behind the net. Saxton Test. Pass out in front. Got blocked. Rebound. Pops back behind the net. Zimmerman there for Saxton Test. Test in the corner. Test. Ooh. Somebody from Fargo got tripped up. I'm surprised they didn't call that because that's normally how those things go. Naturally, those sons of.
And now taken away by
those sons of. That's for sure. Gavin Gary down low. D'Alessandro with this one. Cullen. Oh, tripped. Oh, you're going to call that, though.
Gary, who had his stick broken, so he's trying to throw a check. And apparently they said that it's not a check. So a big power play coming up for Fargo.
Ridiculous.
See, they call it roughing, I guess. Boy.
Trip.
Okay. Oh, I didn't see a trip out of that one. But,
oh, nobody did. Nobody did, Curtis, okay? So you're not the only one.
So another power play for Fargo.
Oh, my God.
They are right now. It's a 1 for 2 of it. Yep. And so now that Eulenkamp goal was on the power play for Dodge. Here we go. It's going to be Jones taking the draw for the Fargo Force. Looking for
face-offs one. Here's Eulenkamp out towards the blue line. Sisson feeds it on over Eulenkamp. Or Cherney, rather, excuse me. Cherney. 4:24. I mean, hey, Sisson on back Cherney. On over across. Here's Cherney. Takes a shot, went wide. Now Sisson with it in the corner. Sisson feeds it on Eulenkamp. Shot deflected up high and out of play.
is out of play for a face-off. We got a minute.
Clear it down ice if we can.
Last night, Sioux City had a couple chances shorthanded. Love to see one here.
Now, let's see if we can.
The other side is Dyer. And a
That would
face-off
help.
circle to the
Face-offs one, puck will roll down into the corner. Ooh, big collision down low in the corner. Graham Jones in a scramble for. There we go. It's tied up. Sioux City got Luke Gary was down on the ice, and the two Fargo guys just are sticking him while he's down on the ice. I mean, chill out. Oh my goodness.
minute 28 left in the man advantage. Face-off now coming just left. Ryder Shea. Play goes in.
Face-offs one towards the blue line. Here's Sisson with this one. Sisson in the corner. Sisson on back. Cherney at the blue line. Cherney feeds it on across. Jones on back. Cherney at the blue line. Cherney slips and falls. There's Graham Jones with this one. Jones feeds it on Cherney. Slap shot. Save. Rebound. Clear. Oh, not out. Somehow a shot. Wave by Shea. My goodness. Think he fooled everyone on that one. Shot save made. I mean, a clear would be nice. Here's Jones with this one in the circle there for Cherney. Cherney, 7 minutes left to go in the second period. Pass out in front. Fan shot. Stopped by Shea.
Down the west, and he's trying to spin around and get it.
Just because you get it down to West doesn't mean he's going to score. I mean, hardly is that ever the case.
Nice leg pad saved by Shea. Face off.
I don't care.
Got
I love
5 seconds to work with.
I don't care. Feeling on the sunny day when you belong. Yeah, he does. Woo! I don't care. I love it. I don't care. Here's Sisson with this one down low in the circle. West in front. Shot got blocked. Sisson now cleared out Cherney. 20 seconds left to go on the power play, so it'd be nice to get a clear. West batted back behind, although here's Derek Olson. Sent off the glass down ice. Ooh, Tomko and Cherney were Tomko nicely done, but then he gets tripped up. Gotta call that.
4 seconds left in the man advantage. Here comes
And we're back at full strength. Pass out in front, deflected in the slot. Schultz trying to get it. Boy, that puck bounces off those boards so funky. Graham Jones got tripped up while taking the shot. Now, Curtis said things like that would be called when, you know, they're about to score or something like that. But no, they didn't call that. 6:01 left to go here in the second period. Not really. Sioux City. Well, when Fargo hasn't been scoring, it's mainly pretty much been all Sioux City.
shots. I would doubt they have 18 shots in this period.
Oh my God, I didn't even see that. There.
Anything that gets close to the net sometimes building the shot, which I think it's great for our goaltenders. Great save percentage.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Face-off.
Face-offs one. Here's Sagan out there for Lindbergh. Pass on across. Marchenko with it back behind the net. Olsen pops it up in the air. Saxton tests with it out towards the blue line. Here's Olsen with this one. Olsen feeds it on back ash to Schultz. Schultz takes it out towards center. Schultz at the blue line. Here's O'Leary. Oh, well, McCray got a piece of that. Had he not, that would have been a great sniper on AJ White.
Strong get some possession time. 5:33 to play in period number 2. Tied in 3 apiece on the RP Constructor scoreboard. And it's going to be Jeffrey, Schultz, and Lar, Gould, and D'Alessandro. Cullen on the other side. Like over there, he can be with acting on this time around. Got deflected out the center ice.
There we go. Face-offs one. Cherney now with it off the blue line. Here's McNamara in front, right through the crease. Deladonna with this one out towards the blue line. Deladonna there for Brooks Cullen. A shot saved by Ryder Shea. Oh, and McNamara goes after D'Alessandro. And he threw his stick over his head, too. That's, I know throwing a stick is a penalty, but I doubt we're going to get it here.
Definitely not the hard team they used to be a couple years ago. They don't mind sticking their head in there, but then kind of back off a little bit. And Sue said he had a problem. He's got his stick in.
Yeah, in Ryder's arm. He deserves to get beat up for that.
Arm.
Why is his stick there?
Every time that happens.
Absolutely, as you should. As you should.
Don't take the draw against Cullen on the other side. And collapse on the puck, trying to find that.
Face-offs one. Here's Cullen out there for Cherney. Cherney feeds it on over across. McNamara sends it back behind the net. There's Deladonna in the corner. Deladonna out towards the blue line. There's a shot saved by Ryder Shea.
In the Musketeer zone again. Possession time continues for Fargo. Nothing much scoring attempt-wise, but
well, as long as we can keep that low, then.
Here is Anderson, Dyer, and Bailey this time around for Deladonna still out there this time. They can shake their lines a little bit. McNamara.
Cherney feeds it on. McNamara scores. Oh my, how?
Toss from the blue line.
No way in hell.
They'll come away with it. Yeah, that's good. They're going to give credit to that one to Brooks Cullen.
Was it deflected by him, though?
Toss, throw it towards the net.
Well, maybe, I guess, but. So now Fargo with the 4-3 lead. My goodness.
Coming out of the.
Oh.
Go back to Jack Fickthorn, and he's going to warm up in a hurry.
So Shea is out. Fickthorn is in.
Sioux City now trails 4-3 on the RP Constructor scoreboard. Time of the goal, 15 minutes and 2 seconds. So got to clamp it down, got to get the offense, got to get some face-offs, got to get some possession time against Fargo.
Well, and they've had that all game long. I mean, Curtis is saying this like, you know, like they have it the whole entire game. Sioux City, besides all these goals they've given up, they've played a pretty good game. So Curtis just needs to shut up and stop being so condescending. That's just me, though.
Marchenko harassed on the play, but picked up by Jones.
Shot, save, Fickthorn, rebound. It clears down ice. And besides, we're only down by 1. So, I mean, we were down by 4 last night. So shut up.
Way down and getting there first is going to be
O'Leary with this one. Pass in front, deflected. Gary scores! In your face, Curtis! We're tied!
Goal by Gavin Gary from Botney and O'Leary, and Sioux City ties it up at 4 apiece. On the RP Constructor scoreboard, a play that was designed, chuck it down. O'Leary had the edge. He beats the icing, quickly feeds it over to Elias, and Elias right back to Botney to put it to the back of the net. We're tied at 4 apiece.
So Gavin Gary, for him, that'll be a second goal on the postseason. And on the year, 15. He's up to 30 points. Really don't care.
And the face-off kicked around, trying to find
Face-offs, what? Oh, we got confetti. I almost forgot.
Sioux City in the zone.
Hold on. There we go. Now we're tossing it. Shot went wide of Thick Thorn. Hey, maybe Shea coming out was maybe the little boost they needed here.
Trying to track it. Here comes Sioux City coming across.
Gary with this one. Gary
Oh, here's O'Leary.
sends it down into the corner for O'Leary. O'Leary back behind the net there. Stanger feeds it down. Gavin Gary in front. Passive front shot stopped by AJ White. Holy moly. Test with it out towards center. Test. 3:20 left to go here. There's a shot. Save. Thickthorn. Rebound picked up there. Stanger gets tripped up. Nothing call that. See, now you know how I feel, Curtis, when they don't call penalties.
Shot saved by Thickthorn into the left wing corner. 3 minutes left in the period. Tied at 4 apiece. On the scoreboard. Fargo with that possession.
Puck is sent all the way down ice now.
Guys in D are getting a lot of ice time.
Well, yeah, they're defensemen. There's only 7 of them. 6 or 7 of them. So, I mean, of course. Curtis can be dumb sometimes, too. Shot went wide of Thickthorn. Rebound. Oh, stop. You're not always going to get those clears, Curtis. Shot was stopped by Thickthorn. Golly. It's just so annoying sometimes. I swear. Elias Vatne and Kyle O'Leary on the assist on that goal, by the way.
By Cullen, now back with Zimmerman. And it looks like Sibnewski was listed as a D. I don't think he's playing D tonight. He's going to be an extra forward, another extra forward.
Oh, I didn't even know Sibnewski was playing tonight. Because Sibnewski, this must be the first time he's out there because we haven't seen him all night.
Behind the net now.
So there's a bit of a conspiracy right there. Wrap around in front. Save made there by AJ White. Now here's Cullen with it back the other way. Cullen. Shot. Save made there by Thickthorn. Puck will roll back behind the net. Here's Zimmerman in the corner with it. Zimmerman feeds it on behind the net there for Dyer. Here's Dyer in the corner. Dyer feeds it around the boards and out towards center. Tomko. Down low, Cherney. Feeds it on over Christian Lyons. Gives it away, Mason West, but then cut off by Vatne. Boy, and Vatne. West is like twice the size of Vatne, too. So, although Vatne's quite tall. So. Poirier. Well, I think he should have just cleared it instead of trying to pass it to somebody. But Tomko will dump it back behind the net of AJ White. So AJ White's still in net. Oh, shot got blocked.
Looking shot, puck to center ice.
Puck will roll out towards center. Here's Gavin Gary. Picked up Vatne back behind the net there for AJ White. White handles it around the boards there for Marchenko. Marchenko in a scramble for. Here's Graham Jones with this one. Jones up the left side towards center. Jones. Jones behind the net. There, Colin Sisson. Now Gould with this one. Gould feeds it on over to Luke Gary. Here's Cherney. Feeds it on across. Lindbergh. And cleared out towards, well, no, because Graham Jones is in the way. Shot went wide. It's just so annoying. They screw up on every single team. It's like this. They frick up a wet dream. Shot was stopped by Thickthorn.
Looks like he's getting warmed in here in replacing Ryder Shea.
Oh, he's had a good start so far. I don't know about you, but I feel good.
They're showing 41 shots by Fargo. I don't buy it.
Me neither. I'd give him 30 at the most, but definitely not 41. They're just as dumb about that in Sioux Falls as they are in Fargo.
30 seconds to play. They got a number of shots. They don't have 40.
But, you know, as I've told you before, all the other fans and people who work for the other 15 teams, they're not all very smart. So here's Jeffress up the right side there for D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro feeds it back behind the net there for Luke Gary in the corner. Luke Gary sends it on out. Ashton Schultz almost pushed aside. Now taken there by Mattern. Mattern feeds it out towards center. Here's Mattern, and they're going to run out of time.
Cincinnati having a problem.
Well, yeah, because they shot at their goaltender after our goaltender after the buzzer. That's just stupid.
In on Victor.
Yeah, and once that buzzer sounds, you put your stick away. You don't shoot. Hockey 101. We'll be back.
There is no such thing as being perfect tour to Europe. TWA learned that 22 years ago when we began working with travel agents on European tours. So we covered ourselves. We offer literally hundreds of tours to you. No matter where you want to go, no matter how much time you have to spend, nor how much money you have to spend. There's so much to choose from. It should be very easy for you and your travel agent to find the perfect TWA tour for you. And now's the perfect time to plan it. Come in, take a tour of our tours.
If you cross a clam with a tomato, you get a clamago. Clamago, the delightful blend of clams and tomatoes from Mars. Not quite like clams or tomato juice. Tomato has its own flavor. Light, refreshing, rejuvenating. You have to taste it to believe it. Try Mott's Clamato. And you thought Mott just made great apple sauce.
Latest U.S. government figures show silver thins lowest in tar and nicotine of all 100 tested, lower than most clean. Can a cigarette that tastes as good as silver thins actually be that low in tar and nicotine? Read United States government figures. Try silver thins now in menthol too.
So white honey, gonna go and like the music. You can learn it all over again. And then we have over the hour. Holy fire religion. 22 countries in 5 days.
People are planning their vacation and consuming its food. TWA people to see your travel agent before planning a vacation. It can save you time, money, and vacation.
Champagne! Artichoke!
Artichoke for the kitchen is taken away.
Yummy more!
Shut up! What's
that?
when you stay home? The travel agent will even save your night.
You can come out of the country. You can't touch the country out of fellow and
Super Blue Size Salem, the extra length cigarette that takes your tweet to the country, wherever you light up.
you can take them out of the country.
For good taste in your cigarette, we're playing your song.
Welcome back, everybody. It is now time for the intermission. So let's do a little recap. We'll start out 3 minutes and 50 seconds in. Going in for hooking was Mason Stenger. Then at 6:02, just after the penalty was over with, Jacob Sagan scored from Bryce Mattern and Saxon Test. That made it a 3-3 game. And then at 6:55, both Gavin Carr and Saxon Test came in 2 minutes for roughing. Then at 11:41, Gavin Gary went in 2 minutes for tripping. Then at 15:02, Brooks Cullen scored from Luke McNamara and Stepan Turney. That made it a 4-3 game. And then tied up at 15:48, Gavin Gary scored from Elias Hotman and Kyle O'Leary. Shots that period, Fargo 26 for a total of 42. They definitely don't have that many, but and then Sioux City only had 7 for a total of 19. So that's definitely not right either. I mean, unless they accidentally counted them in favor of Fargo and then they just didn't go back and switch it, which that would just be freaking stupid if it happened that way, that's for sure. But what do we know? I know quite a lot. I could tell you that much. Right now, tied up at 3 with 4:16 left to go in the third period. Lincoln is at Sioux Falls, so that could be an interesting one. NHL scores here on this Sunday afternoon. Right now, tied up at 2 at the end of 2. The Canadians are at the Lightning. And then starting here shortly, about to have puck drop, is Boston at Buffalo. Oh! All righty. And then 10 p.m. Eastern time, Mammoth at Golden Knights. Then the Avalanche beat the Kings earlier 2-1. MLB scores here. Phillies beat the Braves 2-0. They're leading right now, bottom of the first inning. The Nationals lead the Giants. They beat them, I should say, 3-0. All the rest of these are fine as scores. Pirates beat the Rays 6-3. Yankees beat the Royals 7-0. Guardians beat the Orioles 8-4. Marlins beat the Brewers 5-3. Cardinals beat the Astros 7-5 and 10. Reds beat the Twins in 10, 7-4. Cubs beat the Mets 2-1 in 10 innings. The Rockies beat the Dodgers 9-6. White Sox beat the A's 7-4. Padres beat the Angels 2-1. Mariners beat the Rangers 5-2. Blue Jays beat the Diamondbacks 10-4, and then the Tigers beat the Red Sox 6-2. NBA scores here. Right now at the half, the Magic lead the Pistons 55-51. And coming up later on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, the Trailblazers are at the Spurs. Celtics beat the 76ers 123-91. And then the Thunder beat the Suns 119-84, I should say. Those are it in terms of scores. Gosh, I feel like a pain right here. And that's why. Okay. Today in Musketeer playoff history, we'll start in 2005, Tri-City and Sioux City. Sioux City, this is the start of a brand new series between the two teams. Second round, I think this was. Well, it started almost right off the bat for Sioux City. It was 3-0 by the end of the first, and then nothing happened in the second, so it was still 3-0 going into the third, and then 3 goals in the first 8 minutes and 20 seconds from Sioux City, and that was basically a runaway at that point. 6-0 was the final score in that one. When you look at the stat sheet from that, Travis Turnbull with 2 goals, Blake Martin 3 assists, Justin Bostrom a goal and an assist. So yeah, nice. Good effort. Sioux City led that series 1-0. Next, we'll go to 2014. Let's see when do we need to go to break. Okay, so we got time here. Sioux City versus Omaha. Sioux City had a 2-0 lead, winning 2 games in Omaha before coming back to the Tyson. And then, of course, they lost game 3 in overtime. So Sioux City with the 2-1 series lead. This was kind of for all the marbles tonight. Omaha started out the scoring in the first period. and my favorite name of all time, Jakob Forsbacka Carlson. He had an assist on that with 1 second left to go in the first, by the way. So that made it a 1-0 game in favor of Omaha. Nothing in the second period in terms of scoring. So we'll head into the third. Adam Johnson got the first goal to tie it up at 2:37. Rest in peace. And then just a minute and some change later, Omaha took the lead right back. And then at 8:55, Brandon Hawkins scored. That made it a 2-2 game. And then at 17:56, Jake Montgomery broke the tie from former NHL star Neil Pionk and Sam Salib. Can't remember. No, it was Saliba, now that I remember it. And then Jake Montgomery sealed the deal right at the end with an empty netter at 19:48. So the stat sheet from that one, Jake Montgomery obviously getting those last 2 goals, and then all the other people had just 1 point. So yeah. Next, we'll go to 2015 postseason run. This is game 4 versus Sioux Falls in the best of 5. Let's see. Sioux Falls had a 2-1 series lead going into tonight. This game was played in Sioux Falls. There was 1 goal in each period. So kind of funny. Ryan Walker got it started in the first period at the 8:09 mark. And then Kiefer Bellows, former NHL guy, scored at 15:33 of the second to tie it up. And then at 13:37, Joel Yanantainen scored for Sioux City, and they eventually tied the series up at 2, going to and this was a Sunday afternoon, so yeah, kind of interesting. Coming back to Sioux City. So yeah. And then next we'll go to 2024. Gonna have to go quickly here because we're running out of time. This was the very first game of the postseason. Round number 2, we had a bye, and we played Lincoln. We'll just say that. Nothing going in the first, but then Sioux City scored 3 in the second. Gavin Gary, Colby Saganuk, and Finn Loftus. You might remember we were at the watch party at Pease Pizza for this one. So, although I don't think there's any audio because I did some goofy stuff. That's why. So yeah, and then Lincoln got 2 in the end to make it interesting, but ultimately they fell in that one 3-2. Sioux City won that, would end up winning that series, as you know. And then last year in the postseason, quickly here, game number 2, Sioux City fell to a close game that last night in game 1 versus Lincoln in round 2. So they were down 1-0 in the series. Lincoln started out the scoring early. Well, not early, at 11:33. So that made it a 1-0 game. And then in the second period, Lincoln started the scoring out there as well. But then Sioux City got 3 straight to take the lead, and then Lincoln scored right towards the end to tie the game up at 3, and then they end up getting 3 in the third. So a final score of 6-3 for that one. Lincoln would have the series lead at that point, 2-0. So yeah, those are all the things today in Musketeer playoff history. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Third period coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Your next car, the great new Chrysler, the possible dream. A spectral calm, a whole new world. Now more a reality than you ever thought possible. Now more luxury than you ever thought you could afford. Now more attainable. Chrysler, possible dream. You'll take regret.
I have an announcement that might make other color TV sets obsolete. RCA is introducing non-sphere color TV. I'm going to split it half and give you a simulated demonstration. You get this kind of scene. when the tuner doesn't filter out interfering signals. RCA has developed a new transistorized tuner that filters better than anyone else's. Non-smear color TV. The second, inaccurate fine-tunes. Most TV sets fine-tune with harsh effects. RCA is the only one that automatically fine-tunes with virtually 100% accuracy. Non-smear color TV. Now that I'm put together, why don't you to your nearest RCA dealer? If you don't buy RCA, you may be buying an obsolete color TV.
The Great Plymouth Sale is now. Featuring special savings on specially equipped Fury, Valiant, Barracuda, and Belvedere models. Savings on such extras as white wall tires, vinyl roof, all vinyl interior, and others. All during the Great Plymouth Sale. So for a great deal on specially equipped Plymouths, head for your Plymouth dealer. You'll see, when Plymouth has a sale, it isn't just good, it's great. Wait till I tell them about this back home.
We don't have lady barbers in America.
I don't know why not.
It's very common here in Sweden.
Stop. Stop. I'm sorry, honey. I've been spoiled.
That is spoiled. You don't know?
Willie, you have to feel it to understand. Great American cover-up. When this great electric goes up, we cover up. Cover up no more. Right Guard introduces a special Right Guard for people who need extra protection against wetness. New Right Guard anti-perspirant in the silver can. Wet wetness with the most powerful anti-wetness agent ever put in a can. New Right Guard anti-perspirant. Cover no more.
Welcome back, everybody. Third period coming up. We are tied at 4 apiece. This is where things get interesting. That's all I'm going to say. Whoa, baby. I can't wait. I can't wait, honestly. Sioux City, they kind of got away from their game in their second. So if they can play this third period like they did that first, then they're going to win this game.
Here we go. Ready for period number 3.
All righty. 20 more minutes left. That is it.
See Fargo, they do possess the puck again, scoring chances versus shots.
A couple of goals shouldn't have gone in, but Sioux City can take the lead here, I think. I think it's going to be tough for Fargo to come back.
Barb O'Leary to start.
Yeah, I think next team that scores is going to win this game, so.
Aladana, there he is. Lindbergh, Sherney, and that White.
So here we go.
Here we go, face-off at center ice.
Face-off's won, although they kind of had a bit of a tough time getting it out of the face-off dot. Puck will roll off the boards down into the corner. Stanger behind the net feeds it around. Tipped there by Luke Gary towards center. Owen Camp trying to clear it in. Here's Lindbergh with this one. Lindbergh feeds it on Cherney. Now McNamara gets sent into the boards. Olin Camp with this one. Olin Camp there in front. Shot got blocked there in front by Fickthorn. Now it's sent off the boards towards center. Saxton Test now. Picked up there by Mason Stanger. Oh, they called offsides. Well, how about let's maybe blow the whistle?
Face off all the way down in the Fargo fourth zone, just left of AJ White. And it's going to be
Face off will come to the left of White.
And then it's Olsen and Gould. Belladonna still out there on the other side. Face off coming. And
Face offs won. Well, Fargo won it. I don't know if that was very fair though, but whatever. Booten. Oh, that's offsides. Once again, boy, Fargo, they're having trouble with that right now.
Lyons and Carr will come off the bench now for the Musketeers. Same forwards out there. Maybe. Yeah, there's Will. Other side is going to be West, Sisson, and
Face-offs won by Mason West. Here's McCrate with this one out towards the blue line. McCrate off the boards. Into the hands there of, that was Carr. Carr sending it on over. Christian Lyons up the right side. Sends it off the boards. Tomko with this one. Tomko. There, Aiden Dyer with this one in the corner. Dyer sent down. Tomko. Shot gloved up there by AJ White.
face off. Get it to the right area, but you got to be able to release a shot then, too. Here comes now. We're going to come back with Larv, with Jeffress and Schultz. A lot of times, Sioux City will get those three out there with Gould and Olsen when they get a face-off in the Fargo zone. Here is the face-off coming just to the left of White. Schultz to get a face-off win here.
Face-offs one. Here's McNamara with this one. McNamara off the boards. Down ice there for Shane Gould. Gould tipped. Now Derek Olsen with this one. Olsen. Picked up Stepan Cherney with this one. Cherney behind. Cherney long toss off the boards. Down into the corner. Back behind the net. Taking there Shea. Now here's Luke Gary with this one. Luke Gary. Uh-oh. Jeffress had two sticks there for a second. 3-on-2 the other way. Jeffress poked away. Oh, stop, Curtis. Shot saved by Fick Thorne. That was not the time to be condescending.
Oh, it was Tess. I see it now.
Yeah, so shut up.
Carr and Lyons. Other side, there's Cullen with Zimmerman. And is it Casino this time? They don't
Ayo, okay.
Slide. Face off.
It'll be ayo, okay. Shot saved made there by Fick Thorne. Yeah, so we're switching up lines. Oh, Dyer gets a big hit. Nothing called, of course, because why would there be? It's Spagan, that's why. Long toss. Lyons off the boards there for Max Anderson at the blue line. Anderson, nice pass across. Dyer with it in the corner. Dyer behind the net. Dyer in the circle. Pass on across. Cannot connect with Christian Lyons. Fargo trying to get it back. Brooks Cullen with this one. Cullen. I guess that's Sisson. I don't think so, but okay. Or no, that was freaking Sipnewski. That's who it was. There's a shot save. Fick Thorne rebound. They can't get it. There you go. Puck sent off the boards and down ice. So nice clear.
Looking to play it back in. Stanger has it.
Here's Stanger in the corner now. Stanger off the boards. Mishandled there. Belladonna in the circle. Now Stanger sent off the boards there for Cohen McCrate at center. McCrate. Marchenko sends it off the boards. Olenkamp a shot. Save made by Fick Thorne. Now picked up there by Kyle O'Leary out towards center. Gavin Gary. There for Stanger. Stanger. Behind the net. Stanger. Pass out in front. Shot save made there by A.J. White.
Off the bench is Schultz. Jeffress and Larve.
Come on, Sioux City.
How to win a draw one of these times.
Although, in this series, it's kind of going to be like the last series versus Tri-City. I would not be surprised if we see at least one game that goes to overtime. Maybe goes way into the night, because those games are the best. Although it's Sunday night, so it could be, luckily enough, even if it gets to like double overtime or whatever, it'll only be like 9 o'clock. So that's good. Central time, at least, because we started at 5 after 5. So here's Schultz into the hands of West. A shot saved by Thickthorn. Not by Shea, but by Thickthorn. Remember, Shea got pulled out. So
there we go. Face off. Same guys out there for the Musketeers. It's Mason West, Sisson, and Jones for Fargo. Lindbergh and Cherney on the blue line. We are tied at 4 apiece, 16:27 to play in the third. Here's the face-off.
Face-off is one. Here's Schultz with this one. Schultz. There now, Graham Jones sent off the boards down low. Schultz with this one. Schultz towards center. Lindbergh has this one. Lindbergh. Out of play. Fargo doesn't even know how to control the puck right now, so this should be easy for Sioux City. How many offsides did we have? I mean, like
for Fargo, Sioux City.
Fargo's just a mess right now.
Right of AJ White. Schultz digging in, right-handed shot.
You know what? I expected nothing more or nothing less. So there you go. Face-offs one. Here's Jeffress with this one in the circle. Jeffress tossed towards the net. Played ping pong basically with that. Or pinball. That's what I was trying to say. There's Thickthorn. Thickthorn feeds it on Shane Gould. Feeds it on to Trey Jeffress up the left side. Jeffress on over. Schultz in the corner. Behind the net. Schultz.
Skate the other way. Dish it off.
Offside. See, there you go. Fargo, they
close to it.
They can't. They're not doing a very good job of controlling the puck. Something always happens when Fargo's done.
Yeah, the body is well in front of the zone before that puck was carried across. Both skates. There we go. Face off. Just outside the Musketeers.
Face off will come in front of in front of the penalty box across from the Musketeers bench. Face off's one. Here's Lindbergh with this one. Lindbergh off the boards there. Dakota Bailey. Here's Bailey. Mishandled there by Booten. Now taken there by Lindbergh. Lindbergh off the boards towards center. Sisson with it in the corner. There, Cohen out towards center. Picked up there by Zach Zimmerman. Zimmerman out towards center. Picked up Christian Lyons with this one. Lyons sent off the boards back behind the net. Lindbergh with this one. Lindbergh off the boards towards the blue line. Lindbergh down low in the corner. Poirier chopped out towards center. McCrate with this one. Sioux City putting the pressure on. Puck sent down into the corner. There, Poirier with it behind the net. There for Dakota Bailey. Here's Bailey. Pins it around. Booten up the left side. There for Aiden Dyer. Gets pushed aside. Here's Deladonna with this one. There for McCrate. McCrate off the boards down into the corner. Stanger with this one. Picked up by Anderson. Anderson on over for Ashton Schultz. Schultz in the corner. He's pinned up against the boards. Ashton Schultz pass out in front. Anderson got blocked. And now here's Stanger with this one. Stanger.
2 minutes left. In period number 3, we're tied at 4 apiece.
Here's Olenkamp with this one. Olenkamp in. A shot stopped by Thickthorn. 13:56 left to go here in this third period. Oh, and we got extras afterwards. All right. We'll take a break, though. We'll be back.
Why don't I find that's obsolete? RCA is introducing non-smear color TV. I would then have and to do a simulated demonstration. This kind of smear is when the film that doesn't leak light during signal. RCA has developed a new transistor smear that filters layers in and out. Non-smear color TV. Second smear. Inaccurate fine tuning. Most people say fine tuning will partial accuracy. RTA only right. Automatically fine tuning with 100% accuracy. Non-smear quality. Now that I'm put together, why don't you spread smear for a feeling?
RCA non-smear color TV. If you don't buy RCA, you may be buying an obsolete color spec.
Welcome back, everybody. Owen Camp got a penalty, so that's good.
Coming, it'll be O'Leary, Larb, Garb, Schultz, and Gould. Lindbergh.
Owen Camp went in 2 minutes first, slashing at 6:04.
That's the penalty kill.
So we've got a power play. So this would be a perfect time to take the lead if you're Sioux City. It really honestly would be.
Done well against Fargo in the power play during the regular season.
Yeah, so let's
Right wing corner, Musketeers.
see if we can do it here. Gould feeds it on over to Luke Gary. Down low. Gavin Gary in front. Shot save. Made rebound. Loose in front. Oh, it's a pile up. And covered up by A.J. White. Surprised that didn't turn into extras.
Anywhere near the net, sticks going back and forth. And goalies can't see it with all the bodies there. Face off coming just to the right. Yeah, that puck was loose. And then it got gathered right back in. Here's Schultz.
Face off will come to the right of A.J. White. Well, let's do that a few more times. Maybe it might squeak in, too, if that happens. Schultz wins the draw. Fargo clears, but it's not out. Gould, although he's having trouble with Cohen. Schultz down low, back behind the net there for Kyle O'Leary. O'Leary feeds it on to Schultz. Schultz on back there to Shane Gould. Here's Gould. Feeds it on. One-time shot. Went wide. Schultz in the circle with this one. Circle feeds it on Gavin Gary. Back for Schultz. Here's Schultz in the circle. Nice pass across. Shot. Oh, just went wide. There was a pass there in front, but here's Schultz again. A shot up high. Into the netting and out of play. Yeah, nice, great start to this power play, if I do say so myself. Right now, Sioux Falls and Lincoln are heading into overtime, tied up at 3. We'll have an update as to how that game goes later. Oh, God, now what?
Yeah, looks like he's got a bloody nose.
Oh, geez.
Or something.
Well, or it just kind of randomly happened, too.
Coming close. Getting lots of pressure. Find a way to get one by A.J. White. Soft, scrambled.
Face-off's 1. Puck will be sent. Sent down ice. Yeah, Thickthorn handles it there for Gould. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Oh, just went wide. Holy smokes.
Penalty coming up on the Fargo Force.
Again!
Musketeers throw
Oh, but what's not good is Gould is down. Oh, that was a punk move. They already took out Martineau, and now they're trying to take out one of the best.
Power play.
Yeah, Gould, he's holding his face. That is not good. And whoever that was on Fargo, shame on you.
Checked out by
big coward. Give him a 5 and kick him out. They should. Absolutely 100% should.
If not, It could be. Yeah, Gould looks, he's got a bloody face. And so they're going to review this and review it and see if it's a major hit.
Let's see Gould's bloody face.
Three.
Well, we need that too, because then we can basically run up the score.
Now the 5 minutes, if it's a 5-minute major, it's a game misconduct.
Yeah, which would be huge.
Because I think it's on Lindbergh.
Ooh.
Lindbergh
Yeah, let's see.
defenseman.
Yeah, I can't really tell.
So there.
Oh yeah, there was a little bit of blood.
Hopefully Shane's okay. They want to make.
Well, it looks like they've got a ruling now, so. I mean, no matter what happens, this will be a 5-on-3 for 49 seconds, so.
Not even get top 3 and B. He was the top 3. Here we go.
A 5-minute major and a game misconduct. Get out of here, Lindbergh. Bye. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey. Goodbye.
I didn't see it there. It was kind of off the wall, and boy, they just. So here we go. 5 on.
So we're going to be 5-on-3 for 49 seconds, but then even after that we still got 4+ minutes of a power play. So
he's going to serve the 5.
And I don't know why you'd pick Graham Jones, the leading goal scorer on your team, to serve that penalty, but payback. Yeah, and they can score as many times as they want, although this first one would probably take away the rest of the first penalty, although Fargo wins it and sends it around the boards there for Tomko. I mean, even if Sioux City just scores 1 goal here, that would be huge. Slap shot, save, right out. Oh, the pass went right through the crease. Oh, baby. Tomko, deflected pass by Cullen, feeds it on over Derek Olson there for Tomko. Here's Tomko at the blue line. Tomko. Oh, my goodness. Tomko feeds it on Olson, a shot. Save by White. Or no, it got blocked and out of play, but still.
Gonna switch. Here comes Schultz.
And I didn't even see what the penalty was, whether it was a checking from behind. That's what I figured.
He is okay, because that's a monster loss if he's not okay.
Exactly. In fact, it might be bigger if Gould is out. I mean, if he's out for the rest of this game, fine. Pass, clearing attempt, failed. Luke Gary, shot, save, rebound went wide. Now Gavin Gary in the corner. Gary feeds it on over to Ashton Schultz in the circle. Feeds it on. Oh, Schultz, what a stop by White. That was good. I will admit that. Luke Gary, 6, 5, 4, left to go on 5-on-3. Here's Stanger. Stanger down low at Ashton Schultz in the circle. 5-on-4, but there's still 4+ minutes on a power play, and Cohen will clear it.
Kill and a couple monster saves by White to keep it at 4 apiece. Now 5-on-4.
Yeah, 5-on-4 for the next 3:55. So got to get a goal here if we can get it. Here's Stanger with it out towards center. Stanger in the neutral zone. Stanger in the circle.
You want to hurry. You have time.
Pass
you need to move
out back. Schultz feeds it off to Gavin Gary. Off the boards there for Stanger. Feeds it on over. I can't tell who that is. Stanger at the blue line there for Schultz. Schultz pass across. Connect in front. Got blocked. It's not cleared, though. Here's Schultz on out Stanger. Back for Schultz in the circle. On Stanger. On for Luke Gary. That's who that was. And that one's sent towards center. 3 minutes left to go on the power play. 10:50 left to go here in this third. Here's Stanger with this one. Stanger drops it back. There for Vatne towards center. Vatne feeds it on. Tomko there for Jeffress in the circle. Jeffress. Oh, don't clear it, though. Here's Jeffress. Still regains control. That one's blockered away.
Big check from behind again by Fargo. Here comes
That
Fargo.
one's out towards center. Now it's shorthanded the other way. Although there's Cullen, a shot wide rebound. Oh, in front. It's in. Oh my gosh.
The puck was wide open. No one saw it, including Jack, and they got it in.
That was crazy. So Cullen, nobody saw it. That is just unbelievable.
That is a shorty. Here's where we'll see the clear view. Baby.
No, we won't see it. That is just unbelievable. So a short-handed goal. Dalladonna with that one.
Here, let's see if we can get this view right here. Yeah, they got it in easily. All right, got to get at it. Trying to tie it up on the power play now.
Well, luckily enough, they responded quickly here when Fargo either takes the lead or ties it. So Gary, a shot went wide. Now Luke Gary with it out towards center. Here's Stanger with this one at the blue line. Feeds it on to Luke Gary. Luke Gary on back to Mason Stanger. Stanger down low. Ashton Schultz with this one. Schultz there for Stanger. On over across. Down low, Luke Gary in the corner. Pressure was on. Deflected in. Schultz with this one. Schultz in the circle. Feeds it on back to Stanger. Stanger takes a shot. Saved by White.
The other side, White had two marvelous saves, the 5-on-3. And, I mean, they got a shot off, but just nobody saw the loose puck. And then finally the Fargo player did and got to it first with an opening. So power play down to a minute 50 on the major. Huge, and Fargo comes away leading after being down 5-on-3, and then the major.
They better not. Here's Dalladonna with this one. Sent off the boards and down ice. Not quite. It only got to center. Now here's Schultz with this one. Schultz feeds it on to Gavin Gary. Gary on over there to Shane Gould. Oh, thank God. He's okay. Pass out in front, went wide. Dalladonna off the boards, down low. Now McCrates pins up somebody against the boards. Gavin Gary in front. Pass out in front. Oh, missed the shot. Now here's Gould out towards the blue line. Gould in the circle. Shot. Ooh, save made there by White. Schultz with this one. Schultz takes a shot, got blocked there in front. Cullen trying to clear it, but it's picked up there by Schultz. 1:03 left to go on the power play. 8:46 left to go in the third. Schultz out in front. Slap shot. Gold. Save made. Rebound clear. This is just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Play goal. Here comes Tomko.
Tomko off the boards. Up the right side. Dyer. There for Vatne. Jeffress at the blue line. Here's Vatne in the corner. Vatne taken away. 2-on-2 the other way. Saxton Tess up the right side. Feeds it back behind the net.
20 seconds left of the man advantage. They trail 5-4 on the RP Constructor scoreboard.
Here's Vatne towards center. Tomko there for Jeffress. Jeffress there for Tomko in front, in the corner, out in front. Dyer, Jeffress pass across. Vatne shot went wide. Boy, if he would have shot at it right away, that would have been great. And now Fargo back at full strength. Vatne shot saved by AJ White.
Play.
7:40 left to go here in this third. 5-4 Fargo in the lead. We'll be back.
Take a good deep breath. It's getting better, isn't it? People are starting to care about air pollution and do something. We've added detergent additives to our Phillips 66 gasolines and Pop Arctic motor oil, the anti-pollution team, to help keep your carburetor, pistons, PCV valve, and other engine parts clean while you drive. Because when your engine stays cleaner, the air stays cleaner. The anti-pollution team, only from Phillips 66. They've got 22,000 miles on them now, and there's hardly any tread wear. They're fantastic. I thought about these fires at the table that don't have them, and they don't believe me.
The more you drive on it, the more you'll believe it. The Goodyear Custom Wide Tread Polyglass tire can give you up to double the mileage of our best-selling tire. If it doesn't say Goodyear, it can't be Polyglass.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, 5-4, Fargo with the lead. Sioux City, they gotta score here at some point. Here's Carr, a shot. Went wide because I said next goal that scores will win it, and I hope that's not the case here. Really, honestly, don't. Booten in the corner. Bailey chipped out. Taking Sisson on a cross. Shot saved by Fickthorn. Rebound. Loose in front. Booten is there. Bailey tipped up into the air. Marchenko takes this one. Marchenko feeds it on Mason West. Now he'll dump it back behind the net. I can't believe that. It's just crazy. Puck sent down into the corner behind the net. Marchenko now feeds it on Deladonna. Stanger dumps it back behind the net. AJ White with this one. Long toss down ice. Icing. Oh, and they waved it off. Why? Why?
Throws it, gave it right back.
Deladonna throws it back in behind the net.
Around the boards.
Here's Luke Gary with this one. Luke Gary out towards center. Luke up the left side. Luke now taken right back, of course. I don't know why.
Spun around, staying with the puck. Nice job on possession. Now he'll cycle it down low. 5:50 to play. Musketeers are trailing 5-4 on the RP.
Oh, stop, ladies. Sit your ass down. My God.
Get up the boards.
Fargo player went down, I guess, by a Sioux City guy. And well, now that's offsides, but holy moly. She needs some help. I know that. Well, they're still in overtime here in Sioux Falls.
Helpless. You see it. You see the puck just push there.
Okay, let's get over that, Curtis. We need to get over that right now so we can win this. We have to get over that. West wins the draw. Here's Marchenko at center. Marchenko sends it off the boards back behind the net. We cannot dwell on that. Here's Olsen. Oh, and Marchenko, once again, will dump it right back. They're just everywhere. I swear, there's more than 5 guys out there. I'm telling you, there has to be more than 5 guys out there. Because there's no way they're doing any of the crap they're doing right now with just the 5. Got to keep track of that. Olsen down low. Olsen back behind the net there for O'Leary. Guy goes down for Fargo.
Trying to find Olsen.
Gavin Gary popped up. That's into the netting and out of play. Well, at least we got that.
In the regulation, Sioux City trailing 5-4. RP struck the scoreboard. All right, it's a game of inches. Extra inch, one little extra second release. Sioux City strikes on the power play, and one more inch that they could have saw that puck on the shorthanded goal. Split second earlier, they could have gotten and blocked the area. Jack could have got over. Face off coming just right of AJ White. Sioux City.
Music.
Side Musketeers looking. Trying.
I'm gonna say my son and my mister. I'm gonna say my son and my mister. I'm gonna say my son.
Do it. There is Jeff Briss. He lost an edge going after the puck. Fargo Eulenkamp pops it out to center ice.
Here's Eulen, or I guess it's Eulenkamp. I think it's Eulenkamp, but whatever. Whatever. Here's Jeffress with it out towards center. Jeffress sends it in off the boards. Cherney now taken away. Eulenkamp with it in the corner. Oh, take it down, and that's going to be a penalty. You have got to be kidding me.
Boy, that's
No, I don't like it. Because that's ridiculous.
yeah, he's not happy.
If we're going to be loose about penalties during the playoffs, that should not have been called. Holding is the call.
You know, hey, you've called nothing out there.
Exactly. He is 100% correct on that.
That's the tough part about it in the postseason. You see what's not being called,
And then you take advantage of it. And then the one time it happens, the one time you do it, you get called for it.
has to happen. Fargo a chance to go.
That is just absurd.
Float one down. Here comes Schultz shorthanded.
Well, Sioux City's been good at that tonight. That's all I'm going to say.
Force looking to fish it out. They do. 3:56 left in regulation. Here comes the fourth.
Olenkamp with this one. Olenkamp takes a shot, scores.
Okay. That terrific shot, Gavin Eulenkamp. And now it's a 2-goal lead. That's 2 power play goals and 2 power play goals and a shorthanded goal. Give your nod to Fargo. Special teams killing the Musketeers.
Shut the hell up, Curtis.
Eulenkamp picks it up. Time of the goal, 16-11. Yeah, that hurt. Took a really good shot. Eulenkamp has been terrific. I thought he was.
Oh, stop. Stop. Stop.
And now, right away, you're going to have to pull Ryder Shea.
Well, you don't have to, but I guess Jason Kirshner is going to pull him. With the 6-4 Fargo lead. God, please pray there's a miracle inside Sioux City. Well, there's still less than 4 seconds left, so Cherney.
Ryder started.
Out towards center.
Be thrown into.
Yeah, Eulenkamp, my ass. Derek Olson with this one. Olson back behind the net. Olson, there you go. Get back out there. Or get back to the bench. Oh, don't go. Get back. Oh, clearing it down. Ice. Here's Gavin Gary with this one. Come back. Come on. Dumps it down into the corner. Cherney. Luke Gary pass out in front. Rebound loose. It's cleared but not out. Nice job. Gould takes a shot. Why? Where is it? Okay. Well, nobody knew where it was. Thank goodness. But Gould out towards center. And that one's cleared down. Ice wide icing. Please let it be icing. Oh, Lincoln just won it in overtime, and they've tied the series. Oh, get back! There you go.
7-4 on the RP Constructor scoreboard. Time of the empty netters, 17 minutes and 24 seconds. Yeah, that's a tough one. Special teams killers.
Stop, Curtis. We don't rub it in. Saxton text. I can't. This is just
one heck of a penalty kill. That's your difference in the game. I thought Sioux City played a really, really good game. Now their backs are against the wall on Thursday. It's a must-win Thursday for your Musketeers.
no. Hey, Curtis. Remember, we are the kings of crazy comebacks. You know, I don't ever give up hope until it hits 0-0, and then of course it's offside. So
you're announcing the penalty now. Anyway, it's offside on the Musketeers.
Convenient timing, if I do say so myself, but that's just me. So I lost my gavel.
7-4 on the RP Constructor scoreboard. This killer was that.
Parr clearing it down ice. Took a funny hop, and Mason West has it.
shorthanded goal where the puck got lost by everyone, in fact, everybody, really. And got lost by everyone. Then finally the Fargo player sees it, and that's it was too late. Fargo got the goal on that one, and jumping on it at the right time. That was Deladonna who got that goal. All of a sudden he sees it like, oh, holy fuck, it's wide open. No one sees it. He had it open. He couldn't have it home. Musketeers playing around the boards. Look after it. Cycle it back and forth. Minute 40 left. Play the blue line. Hammer a shot down.
Puck sent off the boards and down ice.
South to center ice.
Here's Olsen with this one. Throws it away. Poirier with this one in the circle. Poirier off the boards. Down into the corner. AJ White has this one.
Left in this contest, Musketeers are going to
Colin Sisson. Shut up. Shot went wide. Poirier with this one. Feeds it around the board. Or Potter or whoever the heck it is at this point. I don't care. 1 minute left to go here in this third. Sioux City, better hurry. Dallas Potter sends it down into the corner. Stop, Curtis. Jeez Louise. He's driving me crazy every time he glazes the other team. He's the Musketeers broadcaster, not the Fargo Force broadcaster. Stop it. That drives me nuts.
The other direction. Here comes Sisson. He'll lob a bouncer in. 28 seconds left. Here's Poirier changing directions. Get out to center ice, trying to roll it in as Max Anderson.
18 seconds left to go.
Out to center.
O'Leary towards center. Dyer in a scramble for there in the circle. Oh, they call offside with 10 seconds left. Jeez.
Thought they were going to keep the clock there. But tough weekend for your Musketeers. But they still have a chance. It's a must-win Thursday. And of course, into Friday. We'll worry about that then. 6 seconds left. Fargo. Max Anderson having some words out there. And
there you go. That's going to do. Uh-oh, Larry and whoever was just about to get after it.
Extras afterwards.
Might as well. I mean, geez Louise.
Don't hear too much. But final score, Fargo is going to get the
Nobody hears anything. Well, that'll do it for us here tonight. Just some ridiculousness tonight. That's all I got to say. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you all Thursday, or either tomorrow night or Thursday night. So, well, we'll see you tomorrow anyway for the funny show, but bye.